Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, let's just get back into the game. Oh, right. Oh yeah, there was supposed to be something right here, but
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
How did the cannery pay for a house the size like this? Okay, I clicked the wrong button. Okay, really? You're making me use the mouse and stuff?
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar.
Is it the
that part of
marijuana? Is this an aquarium or a terrarium? No, stop. Really, why do you have that as a cinematic for this part? Okay. I can't tell because, I mean, it looks like one of our aquariums. Ah, so he did do some of the marijuana. And what are these called? Hookahs, I think. I might be wrong. It's H-O-O-K-H, I think. It's basically just another way to take in the smokes. Anyway. There's the leather, but there's also this.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Ah. That guy's looking really fat. Look at him. Are those pills? The Red King's dream. Okay, let's look at the letter. Psychology. Greater Seattle Institute of Psychology. See, told ya.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Was the fish still alive when I grabbed it?
He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh.
I
okay,
asked
I have
him
to use the mouse and the keyboard. Am I gonna lose a hand or
something? He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names.
And they're called dragons.
He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery.
Yeah, I can see how it's dangerous.
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
How are you? Well, maybe, it's not exactly hard to replace someone in this position here.
Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him.
That sounds like a bad idea.
It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
I'm trying to control the hand.
On the edge of a
and
city he
him
named
at the same
Louis
time.
Topia.
That's a very bad name for.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
I'm focusing on multiple things, so.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Yeah, it's a terrible. What is going to happen here? Am I gonna? Head gonna fly?
He no
off?
longer spoke at the cannery.
Not really.
But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
Oh.
He held an election for mayor,
Which was rigged.
and he won.
Because it was rigged. It was his imagination. Besides, did they even have
They
mayors?
begged him to stay,
and
but his
kings at
mind
the
was
same
already
time?
wandering.
Besides, modern Europe.
It became a game for him.
Yeah, this is
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
I'm just gonna conquer city just by passing it. Yep.
New Louisville.
Oh.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
I feel like at this point, this is where you take him out of the job. I'm just saying, there's a lot of steps that could have been taken.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
We'll go this way.
handsome queen.
Hold on, what? A handsome queen. Oh gosh, it hurts my eyes. Ah!
The
Whatever that
queen
is.
was on her own quest for
Ah!
sinister serpents.
Oh, I wasn't even looking.
He followed the sound of her electric sitar.
Okay, I'm focusing on this.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Hold on. That doesn't make sense.
Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Ah, I can't even see what I'm doing, but... Okay, I'm just trying to get rid of all the fish. And focus at the same time. Which has proven difficult.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Okay. Okay, it looks like... So don't just appear to work, just dressed like this?
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Are these salmon dead or not? Oh no, wait, they're dead. They're on this side.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Is he asleep? Wait, the head just falls straight onto the ground? Okay, yeah, this place does
still
not
thought I
look
could save him.
sanitary at all. Just gonna say, this place, I'd say it's
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
These people have no faces.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him.
Oh, there's a giant cat named Molly.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Okay, I can clearly see that's a guillotine.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Maybe if you didn't encourage his imagination.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Okay, that was the longest story. That story was like 11 minutes long. That was a long story.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
Okay, well I see there's a bunch of packing
But I understand why we left.
and stuff. Where am I going? Am I going up here? I feel like I'm probably going up.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
Okay, so I'm assuming we're approaching the end, so I'm going to end off the episode right here, and I'll see you guys. And I'm assuming it's the final episode. See, we've got Edith. We've got these people up here. That does not look like a salmon, but anyway. So we're only missing Edie and Dawn, so I'm assuming that will be the next episode. See you guys that. See you guys in the next episode, I guess.